Okay, so we're obviously, encouraged by where you are right now and continue to hope that you make continued progress with your injury recovery. And it makes me think back to another person that you played with that went through some injury issues and also went through some other issues as well. Ben Simmons, pulling back the curtain, just going back through the year. Obviously, a majority of your last year had to do with Ben Simmons being active, inactive, eventually traded. Eventually, at one point, you and I talked about this as this current NBA season started, that I think the fun and jokes as it pertains to Mr. Ben Simmons are going to come to an end here soon. Eventually, he's going to get right. I just watched them play the Cleveland Cavaliers Monday night. Nets got the dub. They're on a hot little winning streak. Ben Simmons, I saw him the other night, hit an in and out hook shot with the right. Again, Danny, I think it's over for the Ben Simmons jokes. I mean, obviously, he's still going to be under a crazy microscope when playoffs hit. But Ben is hooping again, and I think he's fitting in very well with the Brooklyn Nets. What are your thoughts on what you're seeing?
Well, I think the fact that they're winning, it quiets all of that. It doesn't matter how well or how well he's pooping or how poorly he's hooping. I think he had that one stretch that he needed to quiet the people. He played well enough. He had an injury, sat out for a little bit, and now he's back. But they're winning games. Kyrie's playing well. KD's playing. They're all playing well. They have TJ Warren back now, who's been playing really well. Happy to see him, back on the floor because he was averaging like 40 in the bubble, unbelievably. Got a chance to spend some time with him this summer, throughout the fashion weekend and stuff like that. So it was good to see him hooping and playing well. But those guys are playing well and they're winning games. So as long as they keep winning, he won't have to worry about any of the noise. And he said he's playing pretty good batch of basketball right now. Especially since that start, he had that one, brief, I won't say brief. He had a one little phase where he went through pretty well. Obviously he wasn't playing for well, so it got even more quiet. But the fact that they're winning, if they were losing games, of course they're going to look at somebody to blame. There's nobody to blame right now, and the fact that he's playing pretty decent basketball helps a ton.
Yeah, for sure. He's hooping. I think the fun and games are pretty much over. The microscope will be back for sure because he's Ben Simmons. The microscope doesn't escape. Just on a break for now, but I think he's hooping. I think as I've watched him play, there is just a level of confidence that it feels like I haven't seen it in a very long time, if ever. With the way that he's also trying to score the ball as well when the opportunity presents itself. So interesting team to see. Unfortunately, you're not playing them again for the rest of the season, but I'll keep my eye on them again. We'll see what happens with them. Okay, so he also left, again, just trying to go back to everything that you've been connected to throughout the course of the year. Obviously, he left the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers, in my opinion, Danny, are just in the same predicament as the Denver Nuggets. Yeah. Very talented team with a great big man. And throughout the course of time here, especially with trades, both teams made trades during the offseason for some defensive pieces that could also shoot well. Denver gets KCP, who's absolutely shooting the leather off the ball right now. And we all know that he could play defense. They also got Bruce Brown as well, who's a very well-known defender. And he's actually, he's had his moments offensively as well. You look at the Philadelphia 76ers, obviously traded to get DeAnthony Melton. Obviously, we know him as a good defensive guard. And he's actually been shooting the rock really well. They also traded for PJ Tucker, another really good defender who's not getting a lot of shots up. And I know Sixers fans are mad about that, but he is playing defensive. Yeah, he is playing. Yeah, he is playing. Yeah, the free agent. He's also playing good defense, and he's a reason why they're a good defensive team, and and he's the reason why Denver has had some good defensive moments. I say all that to say, part of the reason why Philadelphia is playing great defense, and part of the reason why Denver has had great defensive moments is because they're not fully healthy. When these teams get healthy, they are confronted with big time issues. Denver, I don't think it is as much because you're going to play Jamal Murray, and you're also going to play Michael Porter Jr. It's just not a question, not a question at all.